about Coach said you're a starter. I guess there wasn't really much of a doubt of that. But talk about the battle and with Hayden and the freshman Jenkins. And what was that like the fall?
It was a really good one. Obviously, we're all able to push each other. I mean, day in and day out, we have talented guys in our room. We're all real tight-knit as well. So, I mean, just be able to go out there and battle with your friends every day, just to be able to push each other to get better. It was a fun one. Obviously, I'm happy with the outcome, and it's something that I've worked for, and I feel like I've earned it. So I'm looking forward to being able to light it up this weekend.
Same thing I was asking Jake. When they bring in 12 guys from the transfer portal, that's almost unheard of. What's that been like in your film study? Are you able to get individual cut-ups of those guys in other places? What are you expecting from this team that seems like it's totally new?
I mean, we're expecting a lot of the other things schematically, obviously with the same DC coming back, but also just having those new guys. There is a lot of questions up in the air, but I mean, we're just taking the approach that we're just watching film with things they were able to do last year, expecting some new things. They obviously had some things that worked for them against us last year in the run game as well. But I know we'll be able to be ready for whatever they bring for us, and I'm looking forward to it.
The same thing I was asking was at 9 o'clock start. It's first game, so you're going to be antsy on its own. And is that the type of thing where you're going to have to sort of like talk to yourself, calm yourself down, and level out because you're going to be so excited?
No, yeah, it's definitely going to be an odd experience, especially since we practice in the morning most of the times.
Right.
But yeah, the nerves will probably be there, especially obviously game one, especially everybody I know will be excited. But at the end of the day, it's just football. I mean, fun to be able to play on TV, have some family there as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I know the rest of the team will be. And I know once the game gets going, everybody's nerves will be calmed down.
How far a drive is that from your folks in Texas?
4 hours.
Not bad.
Got some people making the trip. It's not too bad, yeah.
Obviously, last time you guys played these guys, different targets, Rivaldo, Tyrese, you had flex there. Just how different, with the changes now, new targets, just how do you feel with those guys after?
I mean, we've had a lot of people who had to have to step up, and I feel like they've definitely done that. I'm excited for everyone to see kind of what we have in the stable. We've got some young guys that there are opportunities now for them to be able to make plays. I'm excited for that. We got dudes all over the field. Obviously, losing flex hurts us, but you also still have the leadership, and we got a lot of guys in the backfield with Shamari, AP, and KJ as well that we trust a lot, and I know they'll go and make plays for us.
Obviously, you mentioned it's the same DC, but just kind of what's the biggest thing you noticed throughout your film studies from La Tech?
I would say, they're going to test us. I don't think they're really afraid of anybody. I mean, they went against multiple Power 5 opponents last year, and they tested them outside, and they did the same thing against us. So I don't expect that to change. I know they're going to challenge us run games, especially how last year went. But I know whatever they bring to the table, we'll be able to attack it and be able to have fun on Saturday.
Grayson, I know you probably work on a lot of things, but what was the focus of your offseason? Was maybe working on the deep ball, getting stronger? Do you have to say one or two things that you worked on the most that you really want to focus on?
I think for me it was consistency and details, a lot with my feet, just because I feel like especially our completion percentage or my completion percentage last year wasn't where I wanted it to be or what I know I'm capable of. So that's something that I've been focusing on, just being consistent, just being able to get the ball to our playmakers in space, especially, and get it to where they can catch the ball and run. That's a big deal. That's a lot about accuracy. It's not just getting the ball to them, but just in a position where they can get yards after the catch. And then also just being that consistent vocal leader for our team with a lot of guys leaving. Somebody just had to be able to take that place, especially for the offense. So that's something I've been working on. And I feel like I've been able to do that and been able to get the guys going.
Where would you like your completion percentage to be?
I think my personal goal every week is to be at 70%. So that's what I'm shooting for.
How big is it for you to have your fully healthy offensive line?
I think that's definitely a big deal. I mean, that camaraderie up front that Paws had talked about earlier, I think that's a big deal. But yeah, just having those same 5 guys, they have to have the same chemistry almost as me and myself and the receivers do. So I'd say that's definitely a big deal, and nice to be able to have all 5 of them.
Grayson, I asked this to Coach earlier, but it's been unusual to play a conference opponent out the gate. How important do you think this will be for the latter end of the season when you take on more and more conference opponents?
Personally, I like that we're opening up with a conference opponent, just kind of have the high stakes off the ribs, just be able to get the season going with a bang, and obviously just be able to set the tone, let everybody know what we're about this year. It's a good opportunity, especially against an opponent where we had a good game last year. I'm looking forward to it, and everybody else is as well. So Personally, I'm excited that we're opening up with a CUSA opponent.
Just in general, do you expect another high-scoring offensive game by both sides, or do you think it's going to be a little different this time?
I mean, I know their offense is good, but so is ours. So, I mean, whatever it takes. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about who puts up the most points. I know we're going to come out swinging. So, I mean, I'm excited. I know we'll be able to make big plays. And at the end of the day, we just got to be able to put more points up than they do.
Thoughts on the Vice unis?
Love them. My roommate's Mr. Vice, so that's my guy, Dean. So you got to be able to hype that up. But I know I'm excited for him. The whole team is. I know the fans are excited. Best unis in college football. You heard it here first.
Dean Patterson is Mr. Vice?
Yes, sir.
Why is he Mr. Vice?
You didn't see him in the Lambo?
Okay.
No, that's the guy, though. No, but yeah, he was our guy for the uniform reveal, and yeah, he got us all hyped up. So, yeah, Mr. Vice. When you see him calling that, I know he'll love it.